Hey, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of Toresa Be Free's World with your girl, Toresa Be Free. Listen, I have been engaging you all in a 4-part series around the topic of marriage. Real shit I learned about marriage. And I tell you, it's been some interesting conversations that we have been getting into. And so today, on today's episode, we're breaking out with the fourth and last episode. But listen, I just want to say this real quick. If you all like this type of content coming from me, I need you all to let me know, and we can continue on down this road, because I want to do whatever I can to help enlighten, empower, and impact, and also incite change into everyone in my community, because I want you all to learn how to be your most free, liberal, and authentic self, living your best life. So in today's conversation, I want you to put your your seat belts on, because in this last of the 4-part series around marriage, the topic on today is going to be, it's got to be more than just sex. And already I know a lot of y'all are like, wait a minute, hold up, T, pump your brakes. What you mean it's got to be more than just sex? Literally. Now, let me pause right here and say this to you, and have this conversation with you all right now. Is sex important in a marriage? Absolutely, 1,000,000%. Should you be able to test drive before you get into a marriage? Absolutely, 1,000,000%. Because if the two of you are not compatible in the bedroom, then there's going to be problems down the line. So, yes, I believe sex is important, okay? But in today's conversation, is more than just, can your partner please you in bed, and can you please them in bed? What happens outside of the bedroom? Yeah, that's where this conversation is going. So literally, this is highly important, being sexual compatible, but there is more to consider. So I want to give you a couple of bullet points to think about and reflect on, to see where you are personally, individually in this thing. And then the hope for me is that you would take this conversation, and in your reflection time, whatever thoughts come in mind to you, that you would take this conversation or take this topic and go and have a conversation with whoever it is that you're thinking about getting married to, or you're already engaged and you haven't really thought about this, or any of the things that I've brought up this far. I want you to go and have a real talk conversation with your partner, because you're talking about your soon-to-be partner, because you're talking about marriage. Some of you in my community are already married, and I know that I've given you things to think about, because y'all have hit me up personally and talked to me about some things that you just did not consider, and you wish, after having a conversation with me on my channel, you wished that you would have thought about this and entertained this conversation and went and had it with your partner to be. But now you're in a hard place. You're caught between a rock and a hard place, right? But marriage is more than just love. We started out the series with that, and I'm ending it in part 4 with, it's got to be more than just the sex. So outside of the sex, outside of the act itself, and pleasuring whoever your partner is, and them pleasuring you, what holds the relationship together after the sex? Okay, so let me give you this bullet point to think about. How does this person add value to your life outside of sex? Now that's some real talk, especially for the ones who are younger than me, who I've observed, and I've had conversations with a lot of young women who feel like they got to give it up to whoever they're with in order to keep the person. But yet they are so unfulfilled in so many other areas of their relationship outside of the sex. Well, damn, what is the freaking purpose? Why are you with this person? This is the context, okay, in which I want to disrupt mindsets in this conversation today in part 4 about real shit I learned about marriage. How does this person add value to your life outside of sex? How do the two of you get along with each other outside of sex? Are you able to have conversations with this person outside of sex? Let me flip it. Is this person your friend? What does your friendship with this person look like when you're not engaged in the act? Pause. I felt that one in my spirit. I felt it right here. That just hit a lot of y'all. This is some real shit that we're dealing with, but yet we're so many of us, especially us women, are so freaking thirsty to get married. Why? Just so you can showcase the ring on your finger, or just so you can say that you got a man, but yet the man that you made a decision to marry is the absolute wrong man, but you went and married him anyway? Hello, somebody. This is some real talk for your ass, and I need y'all to think about this, because marriage is more than just love. Marriage is more than just sex. Marriage should be about a committed relationship between two people who want to see each other thrive from the inside out. And for those two individuals who are ready to do the work, which is all the time when you talk about marriage, you want and you are ready and willing to do the necessary work that you need to do to make and keep your sacred union healthy and happy. Okay? So outside of the sex, baby, how does this person add value to your life? You need to sit and think about that. And for many of you, you need to get a notepad and a pen or a pencil, and you need to sit down and write down how this person adds value to you outside of pleasuring you in the bedroom. And for many of you, go back. If this is the only video that you've looked at in this 4-part series, I want you to go back to 1, 2, and 3, and then look at 4 again. And I need you to sit with yourself first and reflect on every point that we talked about in this series. I need you to reflect and see where you are in the matter. Okay? And then after you see where you are in the matter through your reflection time and your journaling, then it's time for you to go and have some conversations with whoever your soon-to-be partner is. Or for those of you who are already married, it's time for you to go and have a serious conversation with your husband and or wife. Okay? The second point that I want to hit on this before we go off the air is, can you communicate with ease with this person? Can you communicate with ease with this person, meaning that the conversation is free flowing? There is nothing that hinders the currency exchange of communication between the two of you. So can you, outside of the bedroom, okay? Because in the bedroom, we say a whole lot of stuff. But outside of the bedroom, can you communicate with ease with this person and This is where the free flowing currency exchange of words comes into play. Do you feel comfortable? Do you feel comfortable talking to this person about anything? Beloved, I'm telling you right now, this right here is one of the most important things ever, is being able to communicate with your partner without any hindrances or feeling like or as if you are not able to be your most true, complete, and authentic self with them. If you're not feeling that with them, or that is not how it is in the relationship between the two of you, then I'm here to tell you or suggest to you that you should take pause. As one of my t-shirts says with my apparel brand, Reset 2020 Empowerment Apparel, you need to pause and push the reset button. You need to look at that. You need to look at this. If you do not feel comfortable, if he or she or however y'all flow, female, man, whatever, this conversation is for whatever kind of relationship type. If the communication between the two of you, if it is not free flowing, period, where you're able to be your most free and authentic self, then you need to take pause. Why am I saying that? I hear some of you saying to me, Teresa, why are you saying that? Because whoever your partner is should make you feel safe. They should, and it's not even about making you feel safe, but it's just something about the wiring or the DNA in them, or the energy or the chemistry between the two of you, where you feel comfortable with sharing any and everything with them, even if it's something that you know is going to cause them to want to take pause for a moment. But because of the respect level and the love that the two of you have for each other, they know that they've allowed you to come into a space where they can tell you any and everything, and you're not going to judge, but you're going to listen. Listen, beloved, there is so much more to marriage than just sex. There has got to be how do I want to say this? A intellectual connection that drives the relationship. And the sex and everything else that comes along with it is a super extra plus added benefit. Oh my God. I know I'm talking to a whole lot of you, because I feel it. The energy that's resting on me right now, oh my God, it's so tangible. I could just cut it with a knife, because I know that this is a conversation that many have avoided. Some of you avoided it, and you are currently married now, and you wish that you had thought about this stuff prior. Some of you are at a point where a wedding date is coming up, and I've given you things that you did not consider, and or you did consider, but you ignored it. You ignored the conversation, or the conversations didn't go the way that you wanted it to be. Listen, I'm here to tell you right now, don't put yourself in a position of getting married without having all of your business straight, without having all of your ducks in a row. If there is reason for you to take pause in any area of your courtship or being a fiance, pause, and pause for you, because you don't want to go into something and then a few months down the line or a year or two down the line, you regret making the life decision that you made, and you went in it knowing that you had questions or reservations. It's never that serious. Listen, girl, it is not that serious. I know you want to get married, but make sure you marry the right person for you. you're talking about married man, you don't have to settle and be with that woman if that's not who you truly want to be with, or they're lacking in the different areas that we've had conversation about in Toresa Be Free's world. I want you all to be free. That's what I want you to be. I want you to be free in your relationships, whatever that looks like for you. And if whoever this person is that you love so much and you felt like you wanted to marry them, but you have discovered that this really is not the person that you should marry, I need you to listen to that inner voice in you. Listen to that inner voice in you and save yourself years of headache. Okay? So I hope that what I've shared with you in this 4-part series, I hope that it has been a meaningful conversation. It is my prayer that I have incited, I have impacted, and I have empowered you through this 4-part series regarding marriage. Real shit I learned about marriage. Listen, it's been a pleasure. I want to hear from you. I want you to go down and comment, because this is about community conversation. You know I love to hear from you all. Talk back to me. You agree, you disagree, or you want to share a story. Let me know. All right? And until next time, it's Toresa Be Free's world. It's been real. Bye.